Good morning, world. It is Wednesday, so it's time for the midweek pickup. As you know, we are doing brand awareness, and it was supposed to be week, but it's actually going to be about a month now. And today you might have seen me do this one last week, just on a picture. But this is the Hotbox Houston, the hotboxhouston.com, www.thehotboxhouston.com. The Hot Box is a local smoke shop. It's in Katy. It's off of Fry and Morton. Very, very reasonable, cheap prices. Very good equipment. One of my friends, they own the Hot Box, so they've been doing their thing there for the past good 3 or 4 months now. Things are going good with their business. Again, they have very good merchandise there. Anything you need for your smoking needs, they have it there. So if you're in the Katy area and you're looking for or need a new spot to go to get some accessories, the Hotbox Houston is where you need to go because, like I said, they do have some of the best, cheapest prices in town. Fridays they have a Mortal Kombat tournament there. Let's see what else they do. Raffles there. They give away a lot of free items to their customers and everything. And it's a really good place with good people who run it. So again, if you're in the Houston area or the Katy area, you can go to the Hot Box. Again, it's located in Katy. It's off of Fry Road and Morton. And go check them out, man. Real good stuff there. And that's going to bring me into the topic for today. It kind of ties into the shirt that I'm wearing. And I probably have talked about this before, but I'm going to go on and talk about it again. I want to talk about not letting your past define who you could be. Now, my friend who owns the Hot Box went through a stage in his life where things were not going right, like a lot of us sometimes do go through that stage in life. You know, he's tatted up. People automatically will look at him and label him before knowing him, getting to know what type of person he is. They're going to automatically label him. And a lot of people are going to come up with bad opinions, bad anything that they could do when they see a certain type of person. But what I want to tell y'all today is you cannot let what you've done, 2 years, 5 years, even 10 years ago, you cannot let that define the person that you are trying to become or the person that you want to be in the future. Now, my boy who owns this spot, extremely, extremely talented. You would never even guess the long list that he has of things that he can actually do. From fixing houses, contractor work, great artist. Like, dude is, if he thinks about something, he can go out and execute it, like with the Hot Box. It's in a trailer right now. It's going to be one of those stories where you hear all the time where people are going to be like, oh man, I remember where we came from when we first started off. We were here and now we are, at XYZ place or whatever, or now we have a big building or something like that. It's going to be one of those stories. But the thing that I like about my partner is his motivation. I've never seen him let anything that he's done in his past hold him down or stop him from doing anything that he's wanted to do. It's almost like when you have children or whatever, and you look at your children and you see them go out and do stuff, and you're thinking to yourself, man, this kid is brave, or this kid, isn't scared of anything. They'll go out and do whatever they want to do without thinking, you know what I'm saying? But the beauty of it is that sometimes it's good to think like that even as an adult, especially if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, or especially if you're just trying to do something to help get yourself out there, to help brand yourself a little bit more. If you're trying to do that, just to help yourself get on the scene. Sometimes you have to have that mind state to where, hey, I have an idea. I got 3 things already that I think that I want to do with the idea. I think the idea can work. And then just go out and execute it. Excuse me. But yeah, go out and execute it. Don't even think about it. Not thinking about the repercussions. Not thinking, hey, this could fail. Not thinking that, hey, what if this person looks into me and sees that I did this, or that in the past or whatever. It's always great to have almost the faith of a child sometimes, because a child already is not thinking, hey, I may not be able to do this, or maybe I can't do this because they might have seen what I've done or I did 2 years ago. And they don't let that type of stuff come in their mind and sway them away from whatever goal or objective they're trying to do. All they think about is, hey, this is something that I want to do. I know that I could do it, and let me go out and do it. And I've seen my boy do this with a whole bunch of other things too, like fixing houses, you know what I'm saying, painting, and just anything that I've seen this dude really put his mind to, and things that I've probably have thought, oh, he might not be able to draw, and then bam, all of a sudden, you know, he comes out with a great portrait of someone else, you know, freehand, just drawing it. And you're like, man, you that talented? And you start thinking, man, you know what I'm saying, this person has so much talent or whatever. What are they going to do with it? And the beauty is, they may have 4 or 5 different things that they can pick from, that they can do, that you didn't even know about, because you may be judging them off of what they did in the past, and then you may miss out on something that is good, that could probably benefit you and that person, because you're trying to think only one track minded, and you're thinking, hey, I remember what they did, you know, back here, blah blah blah, I don't want to give them a shot. And then a lot of people end up, you know what I'm saying, either going through getting somebody else, they do it wrong, and then they end up coming back to the person who they thought could do it in the first place, and they have them do it, so that's time and money wasted. Or, you know, they just don't ever give them a chance, and then a few months later they see that same person and they've leveled up 3 or 4 times or whatever, and then you go up and ask them, you know, what's been going on, and they end up saying something like, man, after you passed me up for that job, I just decided to kind of try the stuff for myself and go out there and do it. And now they end up doing the exact same thing that you're doing, except they're doing it 10 times better, because they had the faith and they were not scared, and they did not think, hey, this person might shun me because I did something in the past or whatever. They just think, hey, I know I can do it. I know if I put my mind to it, it's going to happen. And they go out and they implicate it. And then, bam, it happens. And then it keeps happening. It keeps growing. And that's what it's all about. No matter what. No matter your educational background. No matter your criminal background. If you have a criminal background. No matter what type of background you have. It's always somebody who's going to be looking at you and expecting you to fail, because they know where you used to be, where you came from. And that was something I struggled with for a long time, because I used to always figure, hey, you know, this person wouldn't give me a shot because they knew who I was in high school or something like that. But the truth of the matter is that it really doesn't matter what anybody thinks. All that matters is if you think you could do it, and then you end up going out and doing it without doubt, without uncertainties, and then you end up doing it. Yeah, they may find out later on, you know, somebody might tell them, they might stumble across the information, and they might come to you and be like, hey, I found this information. You used to do A, B, C, and D. And you might be able to look at them and be like, yeah, I did used to do that. That was about 5 years ago, but what am I doing now? Look back, 2 things are going to happen. If they're a real person, they're going to be like, okay, well, I understand that, and yeah, your past is your past. I'm going to accept you for who you are right now, Or you're going to get the person who's like, oh, I can't have that around me. And if it's a job, they may let you go. But that could end up being the best thing that can happen for you, because if somebody's so stuck on your past and they can't see what you're doing for the present to make your future better, you don't need them in your life in the first place. So always know, blessings always come in disguise, but the real blessing that you're going to get is believing in yourself and going out and doing it, so you can prove not only to yourself, or it's not really about proving it to other people. It's really just about proving it to yourself, but just showing yourself that, hey, you can go out there and do it and you can get it accomplished, even though you used to do whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So always keep that in mind. Never let your past define who you are. Never let your past define where you're going, because if you do that, you're not only making it harder for yourself, but you're making it easier for other people out there who are already prejudging each step that you take. This month in November, it will make 2 years that I've been doing this midweek pickup, and I've been doing it nonstop for 2 years. I don't think I've missed a Wednesday yet, but I'm going to start revamping some things with the midweek pickups and everything. After I get done with the brand awareness, I guess, month or little saga that we're doing here, I'm going to do a blackout probably for the month of December and come back fresh in January. So keep that in mind. If you don't see me in December, just know it's the blackout month, and trying to recharge, get some more things done, and trying to just kind of revamp and get the midweek pickup to another level, if you will. So remember everything that we're trying to accomplish until the end of the year. We got 59 days left. Next week is the election. So I hope y'all are ready for that. Next time midweek pickup comes, we should have a new president by then, or a new president-elect. So remember, whatever it is, you got 59 days. Set you a goal, something that you want to change it, and put it into action for the next 59 days. Like I said, it's always better conquering a goal before you set the major ones that you have for the year, the so-called New Year's resolutions that everybody makes and breaks 2 or 3 weeks after it. If we get in the habit to starting something and actually finishing it within the timeline that we say that we want to finish it, we can have a really good jump on the new year and getting goals accomplished for the new year. And that's what it's really about. We don't need to look back on last year and be in the same spot that we were in the year before. Excuse my wording was off. We don't need to look back this year and look at last year and be in the same spot that we were in last year. So that's what we're trying to avoid for the coming year. The coming new year that's coming up, let's try and get on track. Let's try and hit January 1st running. I already have completed a goal that we've set, even if it's a small one and it's something that you have to stick to for the next 59 days. Just do it, because once you do it and you get past the goal that you have set for yourself, it's going to be easier for you to make the goals and set them and accomplish them next year when you start setting your quarterly goals. So pick something out. If it's health-wise, if it's money-wise, whatever it is, pick it out and let's get it done before the new year hits. Put God first, family second, everything else will follow. Remember, go check out the Hotbox Houston, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace out.